on Tell me what we're gonna explain today. This is hilarious, man. What are we explaining today? What are we explaining today? Well, one, we're talking about home loans, which is always fun. Yes, damn it, it's always fun, I say. And then, what else did you want to talk about?
String theory.
Let's talk about string theory.
I want you to solve it for all our viewers.
I want you to solve it, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's solve string theory.
Solve it.
And getting somebody into a house for $0 down. And we'll figure out what's going on with the Fed and the whole world. And I don't know.
We don't know what's going on with rates, but here's string theory.
Here's string theory.
So if you got, for those of you that don't know, just Google string theory. It's very complicated. Very hard for some of the most intellectual minds in the world.
It's hard for them to solve. It's like this. It's like this. So we understand what makes an atom. We understand what water is made out of H2O. But can you make it? No. We understand your gene, but can we make it? Can you turn a banana into a human?
Or water into wine?
Dude, that's somebody else. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
I get confused with string theory.
Yeah, string theory. String theory. So, string theory. Well, we've got a whopping gigantic audience that we got to
all millions of you, just wait while we get this thing together. We'll figure it out.
And then we're going to explain string theory and how to get a house for $0 down.
What? So here it is, guys. Here's how you get a house for $0 down. There's down payment assistance loans. You can get one, and it'll pay for your down payment. Done. Wow. Almost like string theory.
Exactly like string theory. I was thinking string theory, down payment assistance is like neck and neck in complexity.
What is it?
Complexity.
What is it?
What is string theory? What is down payment assistance? I don't even know.
You know what? I'm getting a lot of questions on the side hustle.
All right.
And
dude, we had a video yesterday.
I know, it went well.
90,000 views in less than a day. 90,000. It's our most recent, I think, unless we put one up recently.
Here's what I failed to research or find out is that single household income people are actively looking for opportunities. Now, what I mean by that is there's people that are like, do I get a second job? Do I not get a second job? And because of that, they're always at a standstill because of time. But I put out that this only takes a couple hours. KK! This only takes a couple hours
See how
a
fast
day.
that is?
Yeah.
She like triggers us. We're like, hey, KK!
Because of that,
KK, you're famous.
It triggered this other thought in my brain, like, oh, no crap. Like, I didn't realize how many people are in this boat that are constantly thinking about it, but don't have the right opportunity sitting in front of them.
Well, here's the thing about that I thought about after the video went that viral. It's like 90,000 in less than a day. So we'll probably, we're breaking the hundreds,
60,000 in like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll probably make 100,000 on that one. That's a really good video. Not our best. Our best is in the 4 millions or something like that. But it's a pretty darn big, dude. Where you go? I'm pouring my heart and soul out. Dude, I am pouring my heart and soul, and he just left. He just left. So anyway, we're talking about the video that just went viral. Do you call that viral?
I googled
some people. Yeah, what's viral? How many people? How many viral?
If a video
25,000.
It didn't give me a number. It just said if it starts getting shared and people like it a lot.
Okay, so we went viral. We go viral occasionally. Anyway, I thought about we push the roadmap to riches. One of the things that we push, but roadmap to riches, and I thought about what is it? You know what it is? It's an instruction process, but it's also the product. So and it's also the website, and it's also the CRM. And it's also the ClickFunnels.
Let's do this.
Everything is inside of this. So literally, you buy the entire business for less than $500.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it really is.
But do this. We just had this conversation. So we're joking about string theory. We're talking about relativity and all that stuff. So what did Einstein say about knowing something?
If you really understand it, you can explain it in less than a minute.
Explain the roadmap to riches in less than a minute.
That's a good question. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's an all-inclusive business, including instruction and product that you can get for less than $500.
Those of you that are watching, KK, what did he just say? Tell me what you heard.
Dude, you're gonna put me on blast?
Okay,
Any advance?
PL-Z99. I need advice for first-time homebuyers.
Yes, first-time homebuyer. First thing you need to do is what you're doing, Payo Z99. You need to start doing your research. You need to understand the different type of loans out there, and you need to start learning the market. So you can know things like, for instance, if you're first time, you may not even know what FICOs are. FICO, you may not know what a low FICO is and what a high FICO is. But when you do your research, you're going to find out that the lowest FICO goes is?
That we can finance is 580.
No. How much is lowest FICO?
350.
350. What's the highest FICO goes?
850.
So you have a range, 350 to 850. So as you do your due diligence, you're going to find out 350 is the lowest FICO goes and 850 is the highest. Now, in order to qualify for an FHA loan with your normal 3.5% down, you need 580. So you need 580. You have to find out which FICO is. In order to qualify for conventional, you need 620. So now you know FICO, you know the low, you know the high, you know roundabout where you should sit. I've never seen anybody with a 350 FICO. I've seen 390s, but never a 350. So that's what you start learning these things. Then you have to start learning what the down payments are. And you're going to get caught up in down payment assistance program, first time homebuyer program. Talk to somebody like us, a licensed loan officer who actually understands this stuff. Because people are like, hey, am I entitled to first-time homebuyer programs? What they think universally first-time homebuyer is FHA 3.5%. But that's not just for first-time homebuyer. There's only like a handful, maybe 3 or 4 first-time homebuyer programs wherever you're at. And usually they're not that attractive when you first learn about them. So what you need to do as you're learning how to get that house, learn the market, talk to the right people, set up a strategy, and then we'll help you get there. That's what we do. By the way, every day tune in. If you just listen to us for like a week or two or watch a bunch of our videos, you'll learn a lot about loans.
He's in Arizona.
Cool. Arizona.
Right.
We love
Maribel.
Arizona.
What do you know about second mortgage?
Second home or second mortgage?
No, second mortgage.
No, it didn't say second mortgage. Second home, dude.
What do you know about second mortgage?
Okay, fine then. You're right. I went down to second home. I see. We got too many questions come in. Okay, what do I know about second mortgages? There are multiple types. One of them is a straight second mortgage where you finance for X number of years, usually 10, but you can go 15, 20, even 30. And then it's a fixed mortgage that's a first and a second, and that's just how it is.
Okay, that's not the question because she clarified it is second home.
Okay, so I was going to talk about HELOCs. I was going to talk about all these other things. I was ready to go down second home.
What about second gear?
Second gear is right after first, below third. See, so second home. Okay, so there are 3 big categories in the mortgage industry. Primary residence, that's where you live. You're not going to walk away from that because your family lives there. Second home, that's where you go sometimes. That's where the rich people have a spot in Tahoe or Aspen, and they go out and they go to their second home. Martha's Vineyard, they go to their second home. And then there's investment property, which means it's going to bring you in income. Second home guidelines are easier than investment property, but more strict than primary. Give you an example. You need more money down payment on a second home, 10% down. But the underwriting's much better. You need reserves on a second home. What are reserves? What? Reserves. Reserves are, can I make the mortgage payment if I lost my job? That's basically what it means. So if your mortgage payment is $3,000 a month and I need 6 months reserves, 6 times 3 is 18. So I need $18,000 in the bank when I fund the loan. Hold.
Dave, Jonathan, Sarah,
Oh
RGM,
my God.
we'll get your questions.
We're going to get
to
you.
them.
Okay, cool.
We'll get to them. Go.
Yes. So reserves on a second home, you must be able to afford the second home and your primary residence. And that's where the reserves kick in. But here's the good part. If you have a 401k or an IRA or anything, and it's say you have $100,000 in there, you don't have to take it out. You don't have to cash it in. You just have to show you have it so that if shit hits the fan, you can pay. It's reasonable, and that's the second home guideline. Go ahead.
What's the best rate I could get with an 820 score, no debt, 150 salary? Go. They said go.
Go. Well, Dave.
Closer.
Dave. So, if you go to the New American Funding website, you can do that by going to our top link and going to cool stuff, and you'll see rates. You're going to see that you could get a 5.25 right now, today, conventional. That's what New American Funding is putting out, 5.25. And then when you go, that can't be. The whole world is saying 6 and a quarter. We're gonna say Yes, it can be. It's on the website. And then you're going to see the little asterisk. And then when you go to the asterisk, you're going to go, oh, they want 40% down and an 800 plus FICO score. You make the 820 FICO score.
You might have 40% down.
Yeah,
too.
and you might have 40% down.
That's a good income.
And then 24 DTI, and then there's a buy down. But you can get the 5.25. So what's the best rate? Is probably going to be below 5.25 because that's the max buy down. If we went with an FHA, we could probably go, what can we go 6% on an FHA, 6% all inclusive? And 3% on conventional, right? Or it's 4% on conventional primary.
I can double check, but yeah.
That's right. So we can buy down. We can buy the rate down even cheaper, but it gets very expensive. And all you need is money. Imagine that. All you need is money, and you get a lower rate.
Nice.
Next.
Jonathan, I live in Virginia and make about $61,000 a year. 2 kids with wife staying at home. What are my options? Your wife needs a side hustle, bro.
Yeah, and 61,000, 2 kids, man, that's a household right there. That's a household. That's a household. If you're looking for how much money you can, how much purchase price, probably 250 to 320, somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit more, 250 to 320, depending on your down payment and your FICO score. But if you want to get that house, we want to help you. I just did a down payment assistance program research for Virginia, and there's a bunch of them. So maybe we can work with that. Next.
So, Jonathan, the reason why I bring up side hustle because we were just talking about it. Everyone. If you can help us and follow these 2 feeds right here, these are the side hustles.
Yeah.
We need to try and get these 2 feeds to, I think he's already there, but I need to get mine to 1,000 followers or more.
No, not even close.
So please like these, follow these, and let's try to get this thing moving too. But this side hustle's legit, guys. So
yeah,
if you
we
guys are
got,
interested,
and if you look at our feed, we got 90,000 views on yesterday's video talking about side hustles. 90,000. Like
Navy
that. It's crazy. 90,000 views on one of our videos. That's crazy. It's good. We're always happy when that happens. Cool. Next, I want to buy second home with my parents. My current home, and I want to rent it out.
Sarah.
My current home. But back up.
Dude, it moves. So fast.
We're trying to keep up with all these questions. We want to help you get a house in 2024. My current home, I want to rent it out. So here's the thing. Sarah, if you rent out your current home, that is no longer your primary residence. If you are buying another primary residence, that is now your primary residence. And if we do it that way, way better underwriting criteria, way better. So if that's what you're doing and you want to make it happen, the better move for you is to say, I'm going to rent it out. You don't have to have it rented yet. You just have to have the intent to rent. And then by the time we close, we need a rental agreement and first month's deposit and check or whatever it is.
Boom. RGM, do you need proof of income for a HELOC? You're borrowing money, RGM. You're saying, hey, bank, can I get some of that cash money? The bank's going to say, how are you going to pay it back? So, yeah, they're going to ask you for proof of income. Mm-hmm. Do you need reserves for both primary homes and secondary?
Yes.
Dang! That's big money, dude.
Yes.
Becca, does not having an escrow change approval since I'd be paying taxes myself and not to the bank?
Oh, that's crazy, Becca. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, it doesn't change it at all. In fact, it becomes more of a pain. Your pricing gets worse. Here's why. If the bank is making your tax payment for you, they know the tax payment is being made because taxes have a superior position to notes. So if you didn't pay your taxes for 3 years, the bank becomes second in line and taxes are first. And they don't know if you've made them. They check the county, but by you paying them yourself, you've made the bank have to do extra work. Because of that, they hit you with a higher interest rate. Not a lot higher, a little bit higher, but it's still higher across the board. The minute we say no impounds, interest rate's going to go up.
Yep. Kelly, what can I get with a $73,000 a year, $10K down payment? Kaylee, you would start at probably $340,000, $350,000. You would start. You might be able to go up much higher depending on your property tax base and a few other factors. But you would start in that range. Nice. My parents would be first-time home buyers. Do we qualify also? This is Sarah, the one that asked about the second property.
Okay, so first-time home buyers, that gets a really confusing because people think that it's the program. there's very few programs for first-time homebuyer, and the first-time homebuyer criteria is that you can't have owned a home in 3 years. That's the first-time homebuyer criteria. But that doesn't disqualify you from FHA, 3.5% down. And many down payment assistance programs will still allow you to move forward even if you did have a home before. Call us to figure it out.
Our GM says, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I need a side hustle. I'm in the IE.
Okay.
You can come to our office. We'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Or my office. Obviously, he doesn't want you going in his office.
That's stay-at-home.
Oh, you're trying to figure that out?
I was like, sham. I'm a sham. I'm a sham. I got a new acronym to learn, man.
He's like, wait a minute. We want this sham in our office?
Did she just call us a sham?
It's just a mom.
Dude, that's a word.
You have one of those.
Yes, I do. I have a mom. I love
Alex.
my mom. I love my mom.
Believe it or not, guys, this guy has a heart. Looking to buy my first multifamily property. Can you help me with that? I want to start my real estate rent.
Oh, Alex, yes. Here's the little hack. It's the hack, but it's also difficult to find. If you can find a 4-unit, FHA will treat it like a 1-unit. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will treat it like a 1-unit. So you can live in the biggest unit. That's the guideline. You must live in the biggest unit and rent out the other 3. The good news is that I can use the income from the other 3 to help you qualify for the loan. So if you're trying to build a real estate portfolio, that's a good way to start.
Maribel, need money for a business, home equity, refi, or personal loan better? Which one?
How long before this business pays you back?
Ooh.
That's the question. That's the question. Because if it's going to pay you back within 30 days, shit, put it on a credit card. If you need 10 years, you're better off with probably refinancing your house. So, yeah, depends on how they pay back.
User 5066. Can I use side hustle money to qualify even if I'm a liberal?
Here we go. TZ's in the house,
love these
man.
questions.
TZ's in the house.
Love
Even
'em.
if you're a liberal, yes, you can do it.
Looking to buy my first multifamily property. Can you help me on that? I want to start my real estate. We just
did that, yeah.
How
Dude,
many people really get approved with the 580 credit score? Honestly, Kaylee, I love that question.
That's a good question, Kaylee. First off, the DU usually kicks them. Almost always. The DU is desktop underwriter. That's the computer algorithm. And then almost universally, we say we're going to submit for a TBD. That's to be determined underwrite, which means an underwriter has to look at it. So the underwriter will look at it, and I would say we're probably 65% approval at that point, and the underwriter, but the hard lines drop. If I was going for a DU, AUS, I could probably go to about 55 back end. If I'm going manual underwrite, which means the underwriter has to look at it, what's my back end? 44? Hard 44, right?
On what?
On a conventional, FHA TBD.
I can take it to 56. Oh, you mean if it's a referred?
Manual, yeah, on a manual.
I want to say 44.
44, yeah, I think it's 44. So 44, oh, did we freeze? We might have froze. Oh, no, it's moving. Okay, it's moving. It was frozen for a second. Anyway,
I love that movie.
Frozen. How many times did you watch Frozen?
8,000.
8,000, all right,
That's
cool.
what my kid was the freaking Halloween costume.
What do we got? Give us some good questions over
Do
here. What else
you
we got?
use the full rental income from other units to qualify for a percentage? Do you use full rental income?
If you deal with an inexperienced loan officer, they'll use 75% because it's too complicated to do the 100% version. So we use both.
Also, how do you determine what the rents are?
That's a good question. So there's some accepted websites or sources, like we go to rentometer.com. Rentometer.com will give us a ballpark of what it should rent for, and as long as the rent that I receive the contract with, that is within that range, we can use it, but it's going to be based off the contract. You rented it. It's not just a, hey, theoretically I could rent it. No, I need a contract that shows you rented it, and I need to show that the money's in the bank renting it.
And also, if it's not rented and you're buying the house, the appraiser gives us what they call a 1008, 1008, which actually is what the rents are in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Dude, this thing jumps so fast.
I know, dude. You got to keep up. We're trying to get these people a house.
Naughty.
Hey, heart us up. I appreciate you. Heart us up. Throw us some balloons out there. Balloons, cowboy hats, whatever you got. Throw them out there. Sprinkle. Make it rain. Make it rain on the loan officers. What is that?
That was my shot.
Your free shot. Oh, check that out. Somebody gave you a heart. They gave you a heart. We love whoever gave us a heart. Somebody gave us a heart. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate you. We want the algorithm to know that we're really trying to help you get a house.
This is how
Thank
the
you on
adults used to do it, and this is how
Instagram.
the kids do it.
All right.
I got kids.
This is on Instagram, Facebook. We appreciate you. Instagram, appreciate you.
Instagram has
TikTok,
questions.
And
Yes,
and
Mom.
YouTube. We appreciate you.
Can I refi and use the equity I pull out to buy a second home?
Ah, Navy Mom. The answer is yes.
Wow.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
You can take that money out. We have to factor the new payment in. And once we factor the new payment in, that goes into your primary and we're able to move forward and buy you that house.
Time for commercial.
Okay, cool. If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. You can reach a badass loan officer at the numbers on the screen.
And there.
This is going to end up there. This is going to disappear through special effects in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade out.
You guys didn't even see that coming.
You didn't even see it. Just went boom.
Shoot.
Here it is.
Mighty.
You're like Copperfield.
Basically.
You're like David Copperfield. Almost
Basically.
exactly, dude.
Let's
Is that
say-
Copperfield? That is Copperfield.
Am I Copperfield? Let's say my credit score is at 580. What's the percentage of down payment?
Mari. At 580, you can get away with 3.5%, but there's got to be other compensating factors. The reason for that is you earned that 580 FICO score. People don't like it when I say it that way, but you earned it. You didn't pay somebody, you paid late. Whatever you did brought you down to 580, and that gets factored in. At 580, we still can go 3.5, but you better have a good debt-to-income ratio, meaning you make a boatload of money, or you better have a bunch of assets, like got $500,000 in stocks and bonds and stuff. You just don't want to use it. But there has to be comping factors for me to get a full DU at 580.
Sarah, what would we qualify for? 145K a year, 750 credit score. However, one of my parents has an I-10 and the other has a Social Security.
Okay, that's a tricky one because once it becomes an I-10 loan, the whole thing is I-10. And the I-10 is best case scenario 15% down, normally 20% down. But if we didn't use the I-10 person, 3.5%, you're in the $500,000 range. No, 550 to 600,000 starting. So the I-10 changes the loan type. It's not, you can't just merge those two.
So if you remove the I-10 income, how much do you make a year?
Yeah, that's
talk
a good
about that.
question. Yeah.
Dominic Gonzalez, can you use down payment assistance on a conventional or just FHA?
You take that.
You can use both, because here's how it works, guys. The most popular loans in our business is conventional and FHA. Both of those are built for down payment assistance, so we can use them, and we can also use it on VA, and we can also use it on USDA. And you guys might be asking, why would I need down payment assistance if I don't have down payment? Because that's how I hear it when you guys ask me. How much is the down payment?
Damn, you're insulting, man. You're
I'm
gonna
not.
get. You're
I'm
gonna
a
get banned.
stand-up comedian.
Dude, you're gonna get.
You don't understand that. I don't
Canceled.
I don't go to comedy shows
They're
for
gonna
fun.
cancel you.
I'm going to school.
All right.
So anyway, you can use them on both, and you can use them on VA and USDA, and you're using them for closing costs. So yeah, you can use them on all of them. Sonia.
No, you missed Tiffany Staples.
Oh, Tiffany Staples.
Yeah, Tiffany Staples.
Is it best to put 10% down with an FHA loan?
And then go up one more. So is it best to put 10% down on an FHA loan? Well, if you put 10% down on an FHA loan, your MI will drop and it will fall off in 11 years.
Wow, this is
So, yeah, there's a lot, right? So it will drop and it'll fall off in 11 years. However, if you're going to put 10% down, we really want to put conventional out there, Fannie and Freddie, because you're that much down payment, we would make the loans fight with each other to see which one's better for you. If FHA is truly better, and sometimes it is, people are like, well, I have to pay MI for life. And I'm like, yeah, but the difference between MI with 0.50 in your case and a conventional, which is usually 0.5 higher, it nets the same. So we put them head to head to make sure that it's better for you.
Boom. Ramiro Dominguez, do you recommend government-backed loans, USDA loan? Do you recommend them?
Well, I don't know if I recommend them. I'm licensed to sell them. So almost all loans for homes, I'd say like 80% of them are government-backed. So government-backed means FHA, Federal Housing Authority, USDA, you were talking about that, VA, which are all straight government loans. But then there's the two big ones, which are GSE, like that literally GSE stands for Government Sponsored Entity, which is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, otherwise known as conventional loans.
Thank you, everyone, for the hearts and the love and the likes.
Appreciate
And
you guys.
keep liking,
Thank
keep
you.
liking,
You guys
keep
are
liking.
awesome.
Share.
You guys are awesome. Balloons, yay.
Tammy, what if I'm not a first-time home buyer? However, my husband is. How does that work?
Okay, maybe we can get him in as a first-time home buyer or FHA. Depends on what you're doing with your other home. If you guys are both going and buying a new place for you to live, but you have another home somewhere else, and that's not your primary residence, you both can go forward as an FHA and do 3.5% down, still do an FHA or conventional. Either one of those would still work.
Beautiful. Juan, what's the most DTI we can have with an FHA loan?
You go.
The most DTI that you can have on an FHA loan, front end, which is just your mortgage, this is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, is 46.9999. On the back end, which is your full mortgage payment plus your revolving debts, card payments, installment loans, is 56.9999.
56.
0.9999.
Dude, so that means if I make $10,000 a month, I can do $5,600. That covers my mortgage and all my liabilities?
Incorrect. You could do $5,666.66.
Good point.
Team Sanchez, I always watch you guys during my lunch. Thanks for the knowledge.
We're here for you, Team Sanchez. Anytime we can help you.
MJ and JM. That's a cool name.
I like that.
How can I buy a house if my debt to income is too high?
Well, if your debt to income is too high, you can't, because you can't afford it. That's what debt to income means. You shouldn't buy a house if you can't afford it. It's that simple. I mean,
Lower your purchase price?
Yeah, lower your purchase price till your debt to income ratio is within reason.
This is a perfect scenario to share the side hustle.
You need to make more money, and we can teach you how to make more money. We will follow these two accounts. We will teach you how to make more money step by step.
So guys, this is why we started doing this, because we ran into a lot of people who were like, I don't qualify. How do I make more money? So we're like, all right, let's look for side hustles. So we found side hustles. They make money. These ones work. You guys can make it too.
And by the way, it's not easy. This is not easy. A lot of people are like, set and forget. I'm like, don't waste your money. I'll tell you, don't buy, because you'll be mad at me. And I'd rather you not. But if you do plug in and you do everything and you put 1 hour a day for at least 90 days, 1 hour a day, consistent, don't stop, 1 hour a day, 90 days. Have we made our money back? Yes, we have. Do we make money? Sometimes I just walk in and we're like, bing, commission, bing, commission. We're very happy with it, but it's still a lot of work. And every day I look at him and I say, did you post today? And he looks at me and said, did you post today? And I'm like, all right, I'll post today. It's still work. It's work. It's nothing. There's no free ride. Don't think it's a free ride.
And you said doo-doo. What if the other unit is rented to a liberal who doesn't want to pay?
You evict.
All right.
Yeah.
Tiffany Staples. Joey already answered that one?
Yep.
And Tiffany, you're going to get an answer soon too.
Yep.
Freaky Bucky, LOL. Sonia Avilos. I just bought my house at 7.125. As rates drop, at what percentage should I refi?
All right, Sonia, you got to really listen to this. You have to be able to figure out how far are rates going to go down, because if you refi once, let's call it 6 months from now, and you get 0.75 better, and then 6 months later it's 0.75 better, you're continuing to refinance, and you restart the 30-year clock if you're doing a 30-year convention or 30-year fixed. So that's a very difficult question. It's most loan officers will say, as soon as you possibly can.
Right now.
I'm gonna right now. We need business.
Hurry.
So I'm gonna say that you have to figure out: is this my forever home? If it is my forever home, you want the lowest rate you can possibly get, because you want to refinance once and then never again.
Mm-hmm. Do you do USDA loans?
Yes, we do.
Nice. Buy ASAP, start getting equity. I agree with you, Freaky Bucky.
Yeah.
You gotta get in.
Freaky Bucky. I like that. Freaky Bucky.
Screwed up Sean.
Screwed up Sean. Dude.
I only have 20,000 down.
What am I eligible for? You might be able to get a dinner at Chipotle for your family.
$20.
Yeah, $20 down. 20 down. You might be able to get dinner.
A number two.
A number two at Chipotle. That's about it. Yeah.
I'm at 612 with max credit cards ranging 300 to 5K. What should I pay off for my score to spike the fastest?
Oh,
that's a good question, RGM.
But there's two different mindsets. One is you want your score to spike, and the other one is you want to be able to purchase more. If you're trying to purchase more, you want the highest monthly payment first. So that way you get more purchasing power. But if you're just trying to make your score go up, then it would probably be the lowest one you have. So yeah, it's a little, they kind of work against each
So
other.
here's
now.
what I have, RGM. Here's what we have, is we have simulators. So you can actually call us. We'll plug you into the simulator, and we'll tell you exactly what to pay, and it'll get you very close to what the rate, what the score is gonna be after you pay it. So give us a call. Sarah, can we remove I-10 parent even if they do taxes together?
Well, we can ignore. We don't remove them unless you're already got the loan. But if we're moving forward, we can do any loan with just one of the spouses on there. We don't ignore entirely the spouse. We do have to pull credit and use the liabilities against the borrowing spouse, but we can, they're there, but we're not going to use them on the loan. That happens often. On a conventional, we don't even have to acknowledge them.
NACA loan?
NACA. What's NACA?
So what does it stand for? I forget. Truth, I don't know a lot about NACA. We have a NACA specialist on our team.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it. But what does it stand for?
I don't remember, man.
It's a down payment assistance program.
We don't do a lot of NACA loans.
It's a down payment
yeah.
assistance program. But there's a
Yeah.
lot of them, guys. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Papa Hodges, I would say wait until 5% for the refi, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, here's what's cool, guys. For those of you that have FHA, USDA, VA loans,
Yeah.
you can streamline right now. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's not a full refinance. It's just a streamline, which means if you have like an 8% rate, it'll drop you to whatever the lowest available rate is as long as you qualify. You don't need an appraisal. It doesn't have all the fees that a regular refinance have, and it's pretty fast to close too. And you get a better payment real fast. Veronica, can I still buy a house under my name even though I don't work full time? My credit is good.
Okay, Veronica, how do you get your income, and can we prove it?
I'm gonna assume it's part time.
If you're doing part-time, then it's real simple. It's just, yes, you make money. Or if you won the lottery and you get a payout, or you're retired and you get an annuity, however that income is coming in, we have to use debt to income in order to qualify.
MJ and JM, you're welcome. Into the rabbit hole. Remember that guy or girl?
Okay?
If I use USDA loan to purchase land, can I still get an FHA loan? You can't use USDA.
That hurt my
to purchase
brain,
land.
man. That would hurt my brain. Yeah. USDA is a geographically driven loan for a home usually. There's a little tiny caveat that lets you buy land sometimes, but it's very difficult.
But it's only if you're building, right?
Yeah, and then once you start the USDA, you're probably not going to be able to put the USDA and the FHA. But if we get that close, I will dig in the guidelines and find out.
Or make more money, said Jesse. Yep, that's
Okay.
the case,
Yep.
man. Make more money.
Tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us
We
more
wanna
about
know
what?
about.
I don't know, man.
Side
We're
hustle.
behind. Yeah,
Side
side hustle. Well, so here's the thing.
first, follow
We've been
these.
doing this for probably 3 months, maybe 4 months now. And when we first started it, we started it because one of our clients came in and they said, hey, I make this money doing this. And I'm like, what do you mean doing this? They're like, digital marketing. And I said, what is it? And they said, well, you put X amount of time in. She puts a lot of time into it, but you can put it as little as an hour a day. So we did, we bought the course. The course cost us $497. And then we actually went through it. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But you really learn business in this course. It's amazing. It's a really good course. So then we have the ability to resell it. And at that point, you start talking about master resale rights. And that's a powerful thing. Well, we put videos out occasionally on all of our feeds. We have 3 different feeds. He has one, I have one, and then we have the Chris and Lee one that you're on right now. But we started putting videos out, and like yesterday, we put one out on Side Hustle, and it got 90,000 in less than an hour. 90,000 views.
No surprise.
Yeah, 90,000 views, and people are just like, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? We couldn't keep up with it. Sometimes our videos go viral, and we just can't keep up with it. But the one thing, if you're tuning in and you saw that, it's a really good product, but it's not easy. It's not super simple. You are going to have to work. It's not set it and forget it. I've never seen one of those in my years of doing business. I've never seen just set it, don't worry about it anymore, because everybody would do that. You do have to post. You have to have a personality. You have to have knowledge. You have to be able to help people with something. You have to give them a product. But if you're willing to do all of that, you can buy the entire business, including your product, to sell forever. And it's not hard to break even with this as long as you post and you put it out there and you actually know what you're talking about. People are going to ask you questions, just like you guys ask us on loans. If we don't know the product, we're going to get skewered. We're going to get screwed. But we do know the product. We actually understand it, and we understand Roadmap to Riches, and we deal with it. We're literally on the website yesterday, altering things and making things work for people. So yes, side hustle, it works. It's amazing. You can catch the links at the top of our profile. All of our profiles have the link to Stan Store. Why do we use Stan Store? You learn it in Roadmap to Riches. You could use the Linktree, or you could use some other things, but Linktree can take you down, and they've done it to a lot of our friends or coworkers or whatever. So we say, you know what? I don't like that ability for them to take us down, because we have been banned on the platforms. I don't know what I said, but occasionally one of the platforms will say, you can't say that, and you can't go live for a week. We've had that happen to us. Like literally, we're like, what did I do? They won't tell you either. So I don't like people that can take away, or like entities or platforms that can take away your ability to make money, because I want you to make money, and we want to make money. Sometimes we come in the morning and we're like, hey, we made a couple of commissions here and here. It's great. It's awesome. It's not our primary job. Our primary job is loan officer, but we do this every single day. We make sure that we push out videos. We make sure we teach people, and you do have to know what you're talking about in order to do this, or else don't do it. If you're not willing to put the time in, don't buy the course. You'll just be mad. If you're willing to put the time in, I absolutely recommend it. We put our money where our mouth is. We've done it. We're making money on it. So yes. Anyway, sorry, too long.
Realistically speaking, to run a business, $497 is not a lot of money.
That's everything.
It may be a lot of money to you, but for a business, it's not a lot of money.
We're running behind on messages. We got to keep up.
Dude, we're running out of time.
I went on a platform.
Hold on, I had a thought.
Have another one before it dies of loneliness.
Okay. So it's $497, but if you got with your best friend,
yeah,
and you went in it together, it's only $250.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Juan, are closing costs negotiable, or is it set price?
Juan, mostly it is a set price, but they're somewhat negotiable. Here's why. I'm going to give you the tea, and the loan officers are going to be mad at me for telling you this. They're going to be mad. They're going to be big mad.
Big mad.
Okay? There's something called junk fees, and all banks put them in there. Junk fees are like wiring fee, and it's like $80. And if you don't question it, they leave it there. But if you question all the fees and you say, hey, I don't want to pay the wiring fee, they're going to say, well, I don't know if I can remove this. And then they'll go ask their manager will ask their manager, and they say, well, we'll get the deal closed. Sure. Okay, remove it. It was a junk fee. It's horrible. I work for a bank. They do it. Every bank does it. They can justify it to a degree.
I don't like how you're talking about this.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Because it's not on the lender side.
All right, cool.
It's on the escrow side.
Yeah, escrow side, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not lender fees. They're escrow fees.
So our closing costs negotiable. The answer is probably a little bit, but some of them are steadfast. You just can't get around them.
But they are 100% negotiable when you're buying the house. So if you have a good agent, you can get them to negotiate for the seller to pay for them.
Choose a good agent. And by the way, if you're a real estate agent out there and you want to collab with us and you want to do some type of joint venture marketing, and we want to work with you, if you're a good realtor, if you're a bullshit realtor, move on. There's other lenders out there.
Okay, solid question. Is it true that liberals have the much higher chance of getting their house foreclosed? Screwed up Sean. Here we go.
Screwed up Sean. I love it.
I'll go to Chipotle and let's hope I get enough for the extra guac.
Extra guac. Yeah, guac is
Don't
expensive,
get the guac,
man.
Bro. Don't get the guac.
Did you see that somebody went over the counter at Chipotle because they extra charged them for meat? They said, hey, I want more meat. So they gave him meat, and then they charged them, and then they beat him up.
You wanted more meat?
Yes. It's like if you ask for extra chicken, they charge you.
And you better get that extra chicken.
You better get it.
Can unincorporated land be my primary residence if I want to live a nomadic life?
Yes.
If I have a good job and my credit is really bad, can I buy a house?
If I have a good job and my credit is really bad. I don't know what really bad means to you.
What's really bad?
Yeah, but if it goes too low, it's just your history of how you pay things, so nobody's going to lend you money.
I'll tell you, okay, people always tell me I'm not ready to buy a house because my credit isn't good enough, and they have over 600 credit scores.
Yeah, that happens
all the time.
So really bad is nebulous. We don't know what it is. Yeah.
I want to buy a second home in 1 year. I am currently renting my first home. How should I prepare? Susanna?
You want to buy a second home, and you're currently renting your first home. Well, are you renting it out, or are you renting your house?
She rented it out. She wants to buy another one and rent it out. What should she do?
Well, first off, if you're going to live there, then it's your primary home. It's not technically a second home. A second home in the loan business means that you live somewhere, and then you buy another home that you go to sometimes. If it's your primary, then it's your primary residence. It's a better loan. That's why I say that. And if you're doing a second home, the down payment is 10%. and there are reserve requirements. So we'll help you.
Jesse coming to the table with some answers. Pay your credit card twice a month to increase your credit scores. And how does that work? It's because you eat up the interest much faster, which drops your balance faster, which he's right. Once your balances get lower, your credit score starts going up.
Yep.
Thanks, Jesse. RGM, okay, thank you. I'll be calling you soon.
We'll be here for you.
Yeah, IE in the house. Tiffany Staples, how long would you recommend someone have their house before taking the mortgage out to start a business?
Well, I don't think you can in the first 6 months. I don't think it just won't pass the sniff test. But after 6 months, if you got the equity, yeah, if you think the business is going to make some money, do it. Absolutely. How much money are you taking out? Will it pay back? Please hire a good business coach or go to SCORE. SCORE is free, by the way. SCORE is Service Corps of Retired Executives and offered by the Small Business Administration. You have to go to the SBA and then you have to prove that you're a small business. But these are guys who actually succeeded in business and they teach you about business.
Team Sanchez, what's up, man? Upside, downside to leaving a spouse off the home loan.
Divorce?
No,
Yeah,
spouse.
yeah, I know. You're like, hey, babe, I didn't put you on the loan.
Why? Because
You're divorced. Sorry, I'm leaving your ass then. That's a big downside. The upside is, let's say that you married somebody and your wife has a 500 FICO score, horrible FICO score, but you're legally married. Well, we don't want her FICO score on the loan. So what I would do is I would pull her credit, calculate her debts, do a line item on yours, and then I can use your 800 FICO score to get you the house, and we don't even have to acknowledge the 500 FICO score. But because you're legally married, I do have to acknowledge the debts because those are your debts too, like it or not. And we put a line item, move forward.
Or like the one you read up above with the I-10.
Yeah.
So husband and wife, husband had I-10, you can leave him off so you have a lower down payment.
Yeah.
As long as she can afford on her own.
Yeah. There's a lot of ways
Lot
to
of
skin
reasons.
this cat,
Lot
man.
of
We can
reasons.
do it. Dude, we got 42 questions
You
we
guys
can't
don't
catch
even
up with.
understand how many questions
Yeah, it's
they're
good
on and
stuff.
asking.
It's good stuff. Hey, we appreciate you on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on the YouTube. We're going to try and get you a house in 2024. Rates are coming down. If you went to the New American Funding website right now, you would see 5.25. No kidding. 5.25. Conventional 15-year. If you want to see it, go to the top, go to links, go to cool stuff. You'll see today's rates. Heart us up. Give us some balloons. Let the algorithm know we're trying to help you get a house in 2024. It's going to be a crazy year. It's going to be crazy. Cool.
Erica bought my house 2 years ago for 5.7 interest, hoping to refinance once they drop. I hope
Yeah.
you call us, Erica.
Yeah,
Is it time for
Erica,
a
we'd like to
commercial?
help you. Yes, if you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer. Chris and Lee are your badass loan officers at New American Funding. This placard will disappear via special effects in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoo! See? Yeah, that was good. Just like that.
Don't look over here.
Yeah, we're on a budget, yo. We're ballers on a budget. You don't even know.
Side hustle.
Can't afford it. Can't afford a special effects guy.
I owe back taxes that stop me from getting approved for a
Oh,
home.
Jonathan, we run into this all the time, and people are mad at us when it happens. They get big mad.
What do you mean I don't qualify?
Yeah, they get big mad. People are like, well, I got it erased from my credit. No, you didn't. You might have got it erased from the credit, but the back system knows you owe taxes and you have to pay them. So, and this also works for child support. We get people mad at us. They're like, my kid's over 21. I'm not paying that child support. No, you have to pay it. There's no way around it. So if you owe back taxes and you have made an agreement with the IRS, and let's just say, hey, Mr. IRS, I owe you 30 grand. I'd like to pay you $300 a month for the next 10 years or whatever. So IRS says, yes, I agree to those terms. And you say, I agree also. Well, if you did that voluntarily without them putting the lien, I don't even have to do anything. I just have to show that you did it. That's it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now, if you put a lien, I need 3 months payments.
I'm sorry.
What?
We're in the presence of greatness. We got
Oh.
Bianca Vasquez in
Oh,
the house.
Bianca Vasquez. Check it out.
Superstar agent.
What's up? We know Bianca, great to see you. Thank you for joining. This is our live where we teach people how to get a house in 2024. Yes, we are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We got tons and tons of questions coming in. If you've got any, we are here to help you.
All right, rapid fire. You ready?
Okay, cool. Rapid fire. We're going to try and keep up with all your questions. How much time we got left? We got about 10 more minutes left.
Yeah.
We're going to try and rapid fire. So we're going to try and get you all your questions on all the platforms. Go.
It all starts all over, but when it happens, if I want the money that I paid already, how does that work?
It all starts all over.
I think that's the second part of a question.
Okay,
Erica,
cool.
I don't know
We're
what you're
trying to
asking.
do rapid fire and you're messing
All right.
me up, man.
The guy in the blue
Dude.
shirt is sharp, brains and style.
Oh, dude, yes. I love you. I Simple 3. You're my favorite person so far.
I have a rental property that has a mortgage count against my DTI if I want to purchase a second home.
Well, the rental property, it depends on how you file it on your taxes. There's a Schedule E on your taxes. I have to look at the Schedule E and see if you net profited or net lost. After I know net profit or net loss, I can tell you whether it's worked for you or against you.
Funny how digital marketing sells courses that you just look, but no actual product that would make money.
Jesse,
Incorrect.
I think you're a hater there, Jesse, but that's okay. We love our haters.
No, he
we
just
love our
doesn't
haters.
know.
Maybe he
just
doesn't know.
know.
Maybe you just don't know. Hey, Jesse, it does digital marketing. You can resell the product, but I don't recommend that. I recommend you build your own product and use the knowledge from there to sell your product at whatever you're good at. Whatever you're good at. Cool.
I'm selling these guys $100 a piece if you
Yeah.
want them.
All right. Cool. Any
Any lender you recommend for 100% commercial property?
100% commercial property. Commercial property. 100%.
I don't dabble.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the lenders. Commercial property is a real strange one. So we'd
Hey,
like to help you.
Here's a
but-
thought.
Dude, we're
Okay,
rapid fire. We can't
I
think.
know. But commercial property is in a big trouble right now. It's on the
Yeah.
news. It's
Yeah.
failing. Those are going to turn into primary residences.
Yes, they are.
They're going to turn
No
into
doubt about
houses.
it.
This building that we're in is going to turn into a house.
Yep, right now. Thank you guys. You're welcome in the rabbit hole 7. Into the rabbit hole 7.
I have a rental property that will mortgage. Oh, we already answered that one.
Yep.
Do you guys still do I-10 loans as well? Really? 50% down?
15% down. Vero L. Vero L. Yes, we do. I-10s. 15% down. Most of them are 20%, but we do have one program. It's 15%.
I already have a house, but can I help my son get on a loan with him?
Oh, I love that question. Yes.
I live with my now husband.
Congratulations, Susanna. That's a big step in your relationship.
Yeah, usually what you
with
want to
your
do.
husband. Yeah, okay, live with my husband.
Josephine,
Yeah.
I'm a citizen and my partner is DACA. Would we be a higher down payment because of DACA?
Oh, that's a good question. DACA. This is a strange situation in the mortgage business because sometimes they say yes, we want DACA. Sometimes they say no, we're not doing DACA. Right now we're at yes, we want DACA. So yes, let's move forward on the DACA. Let's get you a house.
See when you do that? How
Yeah.
the iPhone does that?
Dude, we're
Anyway.
doing rapid fire.
Sorry,
Don't slow
guys.
down.
I didn't know if you answered my question. Can you see DPA on conventional or just FHA?
You can use it on both, Dominic. You can use it on conventional and FHA.
Charles, I'm applying for a mortgage as a veteran, but the co-borrower is a friend and not a veteran.
Oh, can you do that? Oh, that's a good question. Even though we're in rapid fire, I'm going to go in this one deeper. Yes, you can use a non-veteran on a VA loan. Wait, what? What? Yes, you can. You can use a non-veteran on a VA loan, but there's a big catch. Here's the catch. Here's
Big
the catch.
catch.
Big, and they're gonna be big mad. So, VA insures. They don't give you the loan. They insure the loan up to 25%. So, if you were buying a $500,000 or $400,000 house, the VA would insure 25 or 100 grand. If you want to go on with a non-veteran, the non-veteran must put down 25% of their house, their half of the house, or 12.5% of the purchase price. Can it be done? Yes, it can. Yes.
I also ask for a credit card increase every 6 months, so I get an increase. Boom!
That's a great idea, Jesse.
Yes,
that's
Jesse.
genius.
Yes.
Yeah, that's genius.
Can we use VA benefits?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can actually gross it up 25%. By the way, I am a veteran. My dad's a Purple Heart veteran. My son is active duty Navy, big on VA loans. I know him very well, very well. I'd like to help you.
Edith, is it better to buy land first or buy a house with property for the first-time home buyer?
So, Edith, buying land is not normally an easy thing to do because you can't finance it. You have to buy the full house. Most loan programs want you to be able to move into the house right now.
Erica asked, Jesse, what happens if the bank declines? Does that drop score?
If they decline, that actually goes in the back system, and they showed that this was a declined loan. But if we sense that they're going to decline, we withdraw. That's what we do real quick.
Here's also something. Loan officers should do the due diligence
Due
up
diligence
front. You got to do the due diligence up front so it doesn't get declined.
Right.
And thank everyone for the follows and the likes
Appreciate
and
the
the hearts.
follows and the hearts. Heart us up. We only got like 5 more minutes before we go, but we appreciate you guys. We want to help you get a house in 2024.
Fanatic Bullies said, I assumed a loan. So
Good
do
for
me
you.
a favor, Fanatic Bullies. Tell everyone how you did that.
Yes.
Put it in the message box.
Yes, assumed a loan. We've done a lot of assumptions.
Vero, I want a consultation with you guys. My credit is at 600, but I only work part-time. My DTI is high. Then you need to give us a call.
In March. We believe the first reduction is going to happen then, and there's going to be an influx of buyers, whole bunch of buyers chasing few houses. House price goes up. You're going to say, you know what? I should have bought in January.
I want to buy in the Midwest as an investment. What are the steps on the loan side?
You call us. That's it. We get you qualified. You buy the house. Simple.
Can I buy incorporated land and make a primary residence if I want to live in nomadic
We
life?
already saw that. Yeah,
How does it
yeah,
go?
yeah, you can.
Hi,
Yeah.
hey.
Hi. What's up? What's up?
How long must you wait after bankruptcy?
You take that.
Okay, so it depends on the program, and I got my paper right here.
Got
so
paper.
Bankruptcies, you ready? FHA, 2 years. Conventional, 4 years. VA, 2 years. USDA, 3 years.
There are occasions when we can do it under 1 year, but you need to prove extenuating circumstances, and you really have to prove them. We've done like 1 in the last 4 years, and we've tried 4.
Losing your job isn't an extenuating
Yeah, that's not
circumstance.
extenuating circumstances.
FHA loan, what kind of credit score do you need?
Good question, Manny. You could do 500 FICO score. If you want to do 3.5% down, you need 580, but you can go down to 500 with 10% down.
USDA loan good?
If you can get it, yes, but it's geographically driven. It is not by the borrower, it's by the geographic location. Love the energy. We love you too. See? We love you. See?
Josephine, do DACAs need to have 15% down payment too?
You take that.
Yes. No.
No, dude.
Dude.
All
gonna
right,
confuse
all
them.
right. He
You're
caught
gonna confuse
himself.
them.
All right.
You're gonna confuse them.
All right. I-10.
DACA is regular financing.
Regular.
3.5% down, 3%
Regular.
down, 20% down. It's the regular conventional FHA,
Yeah.
VA, USDA.
Yes.
But I was thinking
I-10.
I got
Yes.
confused. So,
See,
no.
that's why it's good to have a business partner. By the way, if he messes up even a little bit, if I mess up a little bit, yeah. So we kind of help each other.
Into the rabbit hole. What advantages do I get if I get my real estate license?
One thing's for sure: if you get a real estate license, it's absolutely for sure you will have a real estate license. Other than that, probably not a lot of benefits. It might actually be a detriment.
Yeah, because you think you know too much.
Yeah, you think you know.
Can I buy a house? Can I buy a first home in another state with 3.5%, and I will stay on another state for work?
Yes, but you have to really prove why. I'll give you an example. I did one for somebody in Las Vegas who lives in California. And I said, hey, wait a minute. How does your primary residence in Las Vegas? And she says, well, I'm a nurse in California. I make $120,000 in California, but I live in Vegas. Like, how do you do that? Well, I go home every other weekend. My mom's there. My dog's there. Everything's there. Well, wait a minute. Prove it. And then they pulled the credit card receipts and said, hey, yes, you do drive to Vegas. Okay, that's your home. Funded the loan.
All right, Erica, if I add an ADU to my home and I refinance, how does that work? I bought the house for $500. Does it increase?
It probably will increase. ADUs are this new phase that are taking over the country because theoretically we have a housing crisis and their way of dealing with is ADUs. But it's such a new way of doing things that it's really hard to appraise. It will go up, but we don't know how much.
Go ahead and screenshot this, Dominic. Do y'all do free consultations? Just want to see where I'm at? The answer is yes. We'll make an exception for you, Dominic.
Yes.
Free consultation.
Just for you, we're writing it down right now. Actually, we do it for anybody.
Yes,
We'll help you out.
always.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Josephine. Are there DSCR loans in PR?
Where's PR? Puerto Rico?
Probably.
Yeah.
We don't do Puerto Rico.
Yep.
George, good to know. Thank you.
We're here for you in the rabbit hole. Okay, we got about 1 more minute, man.
With a
Any
real
more?
estate license, can I use my commission on a property I want to buy?
Yes, you can. Easily. Yes, you can.
RGM, if you guys have properties and need a contractor, I got you for you guys, investor friendly.
Where are you at? Send us a text message or something so we can, because we're always looking for contractors.
Yeah.
Always.
And
Cool.
maybe we can collab on a thing like this.
Yeah, cool.
We earn about $150K annually. What's the maximum amount of a house I can buy in Iowa? Asked Alyssa.
Maximum. Well, I'll give you. You probably start in the 5 to 550 PRMG IE. We're in the IE too. We need to talk. You probably start in the 550 range, but we have to talk about your revolving debt. And we really would like to answer more questions, but we're at the end of it. We've been Chris and Lee. We appreciate you. We'll be back.